ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. Need to get that guy up. Where are you, scoreboard? Hello.
Bam.
We are now in the game, and as you can see, he's already chatting. Folks, here on the right-hand side of the map, from Fnatic Raid Call, he is alive.
It's going to be a Terran player. We'll fix our scoreboard in a second. In the very far bottom left corner, guys, of course, from NsHoSeo, it's going to be Brave. Doing pretty well in this series, currently now 2-0.
So it's a PvP. No, I'm just kidding you. It's a PvT. And we've got Antigua Shipyard actually as the map here, which Alive did choose. And, you know, looking at Terran versus Protoss on this map, there could be a lot of reasons, of course, that, you know, you'd pick this map to face off against a Protoss. But knowing Alive's play style, what are your thoughts here, Tim?
You know, I'm actually thinking about Brave face off of this. The last two games that we saw, for the most part, he plays very, very defensively, a little bit on the earlier side, and then gets aggression towards the mid game. I'm thinking that Alive wants to follow up with a quick double command center. He wants to go ahead and, of course, maybe even go command center first. No, he's going to go for the Rex. Go for the Rex, of course, follow up into a command center, and then get a third command center in the main. And I think he's just going to try and exploit that. Brave isn't too aggressive, really, in the early game, and that's my prediction, man. I'm going to throw that out there. And of course, looking over into Brave, he's now getting the scout happening here, going to have the gateway going down, just pretty typical standard Protoss opener. Get an idea of what your opponent's going for. If you see an expansion, of course, or Rax, then you'll follow up into the tech that you want to go into.
Absolutely, and we can see Brave heading out across the map right now. He's going to get himself some of that scouting information. Alive, he actually is not going to be opening with a very fast command center, which is a little bit surprising to me as well. He's going to go for this refinery, so we'll see what he opts to do with that as the game does tick onwards. Brave, on the other hand, back at home, you know, he's got his gas, his gateway, pretty standard stuff all coming along. And he has used all of his chrono boost on pros.
Yeah, playing very macro-oriented here, and he's going to come in here, and I actually think, did he make it into the main? No, it looks like the supply depot went down just in time here, so essentially he's hiding all information from Brave, and of course that gas being down is very important. What's he going to follow up into here? It looks like it's going to be a quick factory, as that Rax won't allow you to throw down a reactor or a tech lab or anything. So really expecting a factory here, and I think he might just go for a quick, well, he could open up Hellions. I've seen Alive go Hellions a lot, actually. Pop in, do a little bit of damage, try and kill about 5, 6, potentially even up to 10 probes, and if you do that, man, you're feeling pretty good to follow up into a command center. So we'll see what the plan is for him, as he's about to have the resources here to go and throw the factory down, and there it is, bam, shebang, ready to go.
All right, Tim. You know, we're roommates now. We need to start learning a little bit about each other. So as things develop here, what's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time? Believe it or not, I'm gonna go nerdy on you. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts?
I love Kingdom Hearts.
It was a cool game.
It was a game that I really enjoyed. It's one game that
favorite.
I don't know. When I think of childhood, like memories, it's a game that I always thought that I played a ton of. Super Smash Brothers, of course, and then follow up as well, and then of course Halo, which I played semi-professionally for a couple years.
Different.
Yeah, they're also differently. I moved different games, man. I went from Kingdom Hearts, of course, Halo, and then Super Smash Brothers, and now into StarCraft. Like those are games that I follow up into, and they're all different. I like the challenge of learning new things. But it looks like we do have a command center, or sorry, a Nexus follow-up here for Brave, so he's going to go ahead and go for the expansion. And we do have a starport following up for Alive, moving up that tech path. He's going to go ahead and get aggressive very, very soon here. Wants to go ahead and get a couple of medevacs on the field.
Yep. Here's what we'll be keeping an eye on. Does he make a tech lab once this Hellion is completed? If he does not, it's not going to be a Banshee play. It's going to be a medevac play instead. And he makes that second Hellion, so we will be seeing some sort of a drop play here out of Alive. And this actually has the potential to just kill a Protoss, plain and simple. But Brave is going to go for the scout, sees that there is no command center there, and that is very valuable information for our new NsHoSeo Protoss.
Yeah, that's typical PvT play. Zealot Stalker comes straight into the natural, try to check see if there's a command center down. A way to counter that is a lot of Terran players are actually putting an engineering bay down at the natural. That forces the Zealot Stalker to stay there to get rid of it. And that just prevents the scouting, so you can get this type of tech play happening for you. And so from here, it looks like Brave's going to go ahead and play a little bit more open. He's going to go keep an eye on his whole entire main here, and really just have Stalkers running around. He actually followed up with 2 more gateways as well. He wants to make sure that he has enough units to defend anything that might be coming.
Yeah, and he senses that something may very well be on its way. With those gateways, he's going to be able to pump out some units. Should be Stalkers. That's what's going to be most helpful to him. We'll see if that's what he decides to make. Ooh, a Sentry. We don't want to see too many of those. Of course, Sentry's not so good at dealing with drops. They are much better at frontal assaults.
I think the medevacs here are just going to be for a frontal push. He wants to push in and just try and have sustainability here. It's really hard to have only 2 sentries defend that ramp, though, so we'll see if Brave goes for another sentry. It would be quite hard, and here's the drop actually on the high ground. 3 Hellions immediately.
Wow.
Wow, just barely in the fog there, and now Probe suddenly in trouble. A great pullback, though, respawns. Oh my god, he nails a line of probes there. That was quite painful to see. He lands a couple more as well, and at the same time, he's pushing into the natural, and we have a few Marines coming in, and that sentry's dead. Oh my gosh, Alive might just straight up
might just kill Brave.
Yeah, Probes takes some damage as well. This looks like it might be cleaned up, but he's still taking a lot of damage here. Finally, oh my gosh, there's still the 3 Hellions alive. The Hellions do come down. They're going to do some kiting. Nice control here from Alive, and looking into the main here. Oh my gosh, just juking and jiving. It looks like a Hellion again. It's still just in the main, doing a lot of damage. 27 Probes killed off. God, that is so painful to see. That hurts my heart.
Yeah, Alive has pretty much ended this game, folks, and behind it, you know what? There it is, GG.
Yep,
There's
GG.
no behind it.
Yeah, so Fnatic pulling out the big guns, pulling out Alive. A nice little build there. You know, didn't go the way that I predicted or thought was going to happen, but hey, I'm happy for it, man. It means we have more games ahead of us.
All right, well, Alive tying that one up with relative ease and showing us, you know what, because Alive has fallen off the scene a little bit from his, his reigning terror back at IPL 4.
Yeah.
We haven't seen or heard as much of him as of late, so it's nice to see him come out here and just have a pretty easy kill.
Yeah, still showing that he's very capable of high play now.
Yeah, he knew the exact placement for those buildings in order for it not to be seen, so.
Very true here.
Good stuff.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get ready for the next game, guys. We'll be checking out the tweets that you sent us, and we'll see what TV we might be buying in the near future.
Oh, yeah. I like Samsungs. What do you like?
I'm a fan of Sony's. They're pretty cool.
Well, we'll cut to a quick break. See you guys in 2 minutes.